It's
Bill! Bill!
Hey everybody, welcome to week 6 of the Collinsville League podcast. I'm your host Jimmy, joined by Johnny Bourgeon.
Hello, beautiful people.
And our commissioner Chuck.
Let's go already.
Yeah, we had a ton of difficulties leading into this one, but we're here and we are joined by our special guest today, Ville.
Phil!
Hello! So, to lead it off, we'll jump right into the standings. And I noticed something right off the rip. Danny has changed his name yet again.
Fuck you, Danny.
Now it is Kenneth Walker, my third RB. Direct shot at Chuck. How do you feel about that, Chuck?
I think I summed it up when I said, fuck you, Danny, right?
Shots fired.
Fair enough. So we'll break down the standings real quick. Danny coming in at 9-3. Jimmy Fund 8-4. Canton Lightning Bolts, our guest Phil, 8-4. At Najee by Nature, 7-5. Double D Kupps,
What?
7-5. Strange Folksters, 7-5. Mispokane Falcos, 6-6. Billy Bats Shine Box, 5-7. Brady Bunch 2.0, 4-8. The Ville Giants, 4-8. Master Rangis, 4-8. And the High Street Stoopers, 3-9.
Back to the basement. Made it to the top of the basement steps, and now I'm all the way back behind the washing machine.
So, do we want to look at the final standing projections?
No.
All right.
We're going to escape those this week.
All right, fair enough. So, we're going to start off with Phil, since he's our guest. We'll hop right into the games. All right, so Canton Lightning Bolts 146.1 over Kenneth Walker, my third RB, 143.26. Probably the best game of the week. The closest, definitely, for sure. I will let you lead this one off, Phil, since it was your game.
This was a good one for me. Do y'all, when y'all are watching Sunday, do you check your team?
I do not.
You don't? Like, you wait for as long as you can?
I wait till everything's over.
Everything, even Sunday
Unless
night
I
game?
have some kind of like position that I'm watching because there's an injury or something at 4 o'clock games.
Sunday or Monday too, but you don't even check?
I'll
like checking the score as the games are going
I'll look at the end of Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
I check all day long.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jimmy checks all day long.
I try to wait until at least one slate of games is over, just because
I'll sometimes do that if I think I...
Yeah.
But there's nothing I can do at that point, so...
Yeah, exactly. It's just even more
I don't
agonizing.
watch the, like, every point go up.
Right, yeah, the longer I can wait. And plus my phone, the app tells you half the time when you're in the red zone or your team has done something, so you can't avoid it anyway. But I didn't get to watch the games. We were camping this past weekend, like cabin camping, so I was really
Nice. Where'd you go?
To this place in Colebrook called Babrika, this Ukrainian campground place.
Oh, nice.
It was really fun. Yeah, Lucille's friend's parents set it up, so it's a bunch of kids and parents.
Nice.
But I felt like dump Sunday, so I went home and just laid around, and I slept through most of the games. But I watched the night game, and the Monday night game, I don't know if y'all know this, but he needed 6.54 points from Mike Williams and Asante Samuel. That's a Mike Will catch, dude. That's a 60-yard catch for Mike Williams, which he does all the time. And yeah, he didn't get it, so I was watching like a hawk. And my percentage was like 15 and then 18, and as the game went on, my percentage got better, so that was an awesome one for me to have it come down to Monday night and actually win that close. Shouldn't have won at all win. And fuck him with the Kenneth Walker stuff.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Thanks, Phil.
You're welcome. I did my best. I was listening to last week's podcast while watching the game and realizing that Kenny Walker had ate me up for 20 points.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be kidding me if this all pans out.
Oh, I
like
knew it
this.
was going to happen.
So, but it didn't hurt me. So sorry, I did my best.
Good. You took it.
He's still
Mike
in
Williams
first.
saved you.
Yeah, unreal. But so that was great.
And Kittle came to life for you. That was big.
Indeed, which was good because when you're going against Josh Allen, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Even with Hurts, who's pretty much second best fantasy after Allen this year, didn't do too terribly much.
Got it.
I mean, I was hoping that Walker would be bad. I said last week that Chuck was going to be just like my Herbert, not a big deal.
No, I
Yeah,
knew.
he put up 20 points, but it didn't really matter because he lost. I'm pretty sure you guys both went 1-1 this week, right? Or did you go? No, Phil, you must have gone 2-2.
I went
2-0.
2-0. Yeah, I've yet to split. I'm either 2-0 or 0-2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool. That's pretty
A little
sick.
weird, but yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I think a lot of we'll talk about this week with last week is this is a first week of buys. So there's a ton of teams that have a ton of injuries. Do these teams that are the team that was on bye this week was Detroit, right? Was there another team on bye?
Yeah, there was a couple.
Okay, so
Tennessee was on
all right. So
bye.
all these early teams on bye with all the injuries, they're probably going to benefit from this because there's a ton of injuries throughout the NFL right now. I mean, just looking at this matchup, I don't see New Orleans. A lot of New Orleans guys on here. They have a ton of injuries. But yeah, I think it's a solid win for Phil. I think we all picked Phil. I'm pretty sure in our
so.
picks.
Definitely a couple of you did at
No,
least.
I picked Danny.
You took Fanny. Okay.
I knew Kenny Walker was going to fuck me in the hiney hole. So.
You tried.
And he tried. He tried, but Mike Williams
Mike
saved me. I like the nice bounce back by Pittman was good.
Yep.
Yes.
Because, I mean, that's nice target share, 13 receptions.
Yep. And that Ryan coming to life.
Yeah,
all of a
Matty
sudden.
Ice finally coming to life because that team's looked shit.
Yeah, big time.
Well, he came to life because they have no run game right now. So he's throwing something ridiculous. He has the career high of completions for one game for the Colts, the record.
Really?
And think about 42 completions in one game, career high.
Really?
It was a career high for him, and it's a Colts record. That's insane thinking about Peyton, Luck. And it's all because there's no Taylor.
Unitas.
Yeah, there's all because there's no Taylor.
Right.
They would be
Taylor-
running.
Yeah, Taylor and Hines will both be back this week. Hines will both be back this week. So that third guy that got all those points this week. And
Jimmy picked him up.
Yeah, he was big for me.
oh, really? I thought he played for Mark.
Oh, maybe it was in a different one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Mark
think
picked him up.
Keon Cole or something like that.
It was Deion Jackson.
Oh,
Jackson.
well, maybe. Okay, I might be thinking of somebody else. Somebody
Yeah,
else.
you're thinking of Keon Cole.
Is that a guy?
Sounds like a guy, right?
It does. No, you're right. Deion Jackson is his name, but yeah, you must be thinking of a different league.
As far as the scheme goes, big games out of Allen and Fournette for Danny. Montgomery was pretty solid, but so was Mixon. I mean, Dalvin Cook and Hurts were pretty good as well. Pittman had a big game, 21.9. Mike Williams kind of really let down Danny. He only got 2.7 points. That was kind of shit. Waddle was big for Phil. Deontay didn't do much. Kittle finally showing up was big, 13.8, after not really being part of the offense, which was very strange. I'm not really sure what that was all about. Drake London, 5.5 in the flex. Kenny Walker, 28.1. Charlie.
I'm all right. I told you I went through the 5 stages of grief, and now I'm on to acceptance, and I have to move on.
Nice. I feel like there was good performances out of the defense for Danny, with Myles Garrett and Roquan both at 8.5. Rams D did show up for Phil with 9.5. Danny's kicker was solid with 13. As far as the bench was concerned, Danny left 27.56. Knox, 11.2.
Yeah.
Possibly could have been the difference in the game.
Definitely. If he plays
If he
Knox,
put Knox instead
he
of Goddard.
wins.
Yeah, so that was my biggest difference in this game, was possibly Knox,
No doubt.
surprisingly enough.
That was just enough to turn. He would have turned. Yeah, the best I could have done. I only technically really left like 1.4 on the bench because I'd have flexed Judy instead of London. That would have been the difference. But Knox instead of, who do you go with? Everett?
Nice win, Phil.
Goddard. Yeah.
Got her, yeah.
Which was great too because that would have been Hurts points and would have cut me up Because I would have gotten half for Goddard touchdowns and stuff. That would have driven me nuts.
Great game, close game, good performance out of both of you guys, but solid win, Phil. And you are against, the first place team right now after what happened in my game. So congratulations, man. That was a solid win.
Thank you.
You beat the golden child.
Stayed in the mix of the top. Beating the man at the top.
All right, and on to the next game. So next up, we are going to look at Najee by Nature over Billy Batch Shinebox. We got at Najee by Nature coming in at 140.15 over Billy Batch Shinebox at 90.12. Jeremy takes down Benny. I'll lead it off for this one. Lamar had 20.5 points, killed Wentz 5.56, but he did get hurt, in fairness. Singletary coming in at 14.4 over Melvin Gordon. I don't know what the hell's going on with
Melvin did not get hurt.
No.
They yanked him anyways. He's old.
Denver is just...
Maybe it's because his name's Melvin.
Denver's painful to watch. Those games are painful.
They really are
Yeah.
boring and dreadful.
It's just bad.
Not what you thought at the beginning of the year
And
was going to be.
And Benny Boy picked up my drop of Russell Wilson. I said it right today.
He should have played him.
It's just tough. Mostert 7.7 over Carter 5.8. Both whatever. Diggs was big, 27.8 for Jeremy. Kupp 13.4, which is actually that's good for most receivers. But for
Pedestrian.
Kupp, that's pedestrian. That was exactly what I thought. AJ Brown, big 15.2. DJ Less 2.2. Your good jokes there, Jeremy.
One of them. One of two.
You did lose a joke.
I did lose one.
Oh, that's right. You had three, but I took one away.
I got some more today.
Of course. There'll be a counter. But. Ertz, 10.5 for Jeremy. That was solid performance. Tunyon, 14. You never know with him because he never gets yards. He just gets those touchdown catches. But whatever, I'm sure you'll take 14.
10 receptions.
Yeah.
The only bright spot of that terrible Green Bay offense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Green Bay they're horrible.
Speaking of his namesake here, Najee, 13.3. That was pretty good out of him. Rondell Moore, 7.9. The D's were similar. Julian Love had a nice game for Jeremy, 6.5. The bench, Jeremy left 70 points on the bench. He still won. And Benny only left 24. But other than that, I think the difference was just overall better play by Jeremy.
Yeah, I agree. I hate to say it, Benji boy, but I said it last week. I don't love this team. Aside from Kupp, there's not a lot to like about it.
His bench is nice for next week, but you're right. He was a big back down to earth week this week, and Wentz especially was awful, like he should be, like he is in real life. But you can't get 30 points out of Carson Wentz. He's going to get hurt or he's going to be terrible.
He did well the first couple games.
Yeah, I just thought looking at his team, I was not surprised Ben lost this week.
No.
He's got ASB and now Russell Wilson. His team will look.
Well, look at
and
his,
Nuke is coming back, so he'll all of a sudden his team is projections for next week is probably a lot more than 90.
Getting Hopkins back is big. That's
Big
a good
time.
point.
but look at his running back stable. It's rough.
Yeah,
Rough. Gordon, Carter, and Algier. That's it.
that's bad
That's not good.
because Mitchell on IR.
That's hard to do anything every week with that.
Even with Mitchell, that's a rough stable.
With Algier too, we were hoping he was going to be the guy, and it's been like Caleb Huntley was running the ball.
Yeah, those weird.
Is Mitchell coming back?
Well, I don't know. Eventually, I guess.
San
timeline.
Fran's got too many. It seems like they have injuries every year.
All the time.
It's
Every
unbelievable.
single year.
It's like fragile. Maybe they got to start eating more meat in San Fran or something. Too many rules in California.
The
I don't know what's
vegans.
going on over there.
I feel like every one of their running backs in the last 10 years have been made out of glass, other than Frank Gore was the last one.
Yep.
Oh, I miss Frank Gore.
He's boxing now.
Is he?
gosh.
Well, I'll watch
He's
that.
boxing.
I'll watch that. I hope he beats the shit out of one of those fucking Paul kids.
He's Hall of Famer, right, Gore? Just because of the numbers.
He should
I would
be.
think so.
Filer, he's like third all time or something
Yeah.
ridiculous, isn't he?
Well, just longevity.
Oh my God!
Out there
For a running
banging it
back,
3.2 yards at a time for
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah. Right.
The fact that he could do it for that long is
Yeah.
insane. For a
That-
running back,
considering
it's crazy.
all that what started the discussion was how bad they get hurt all the time.
Right.
Well, and he started off his career by being an injury concern.
Yeah.
Because he went to Miami, right?
Yeah, right. Where he carried the ball 1,000 times like he always do.
So crazy. Any other thoughts on this game?
Good win by the partner, and good luck, Benji. I don't love it. I love you, but I don't love it.
I agree. It could be rough going soon. I just think it's funny that his first round pick and his team's namesake is in his flex spot.
Yeah, next week. I think it's just for style.
Yeah.
Style points.
You know what's interesting? The Steelers, that was their first win without TJ Watt since they drafted him.
That's right.
That's insane.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Because me and Chuck on Saturday, right? Or not Saturday, Sunday, ran into Delvecchia, who's a Steelers fan, and we're like, oh, good luck, buddy. Brady's going to torch them, like the Steelers are weak. And the Bucs lost.
Well, we might be looking at the end of the goat. The trail is ending for the goat. He looks like he's hitting that, what I call it, the Peyton wall.
Yeah.
Like he's hitting that Peyton wall. He does not look like the same guy. And
that division is so terrible, though. The Eagles,
they should
Eagles
still win the
Tom
division.
Brady. You know what I'm saying, though? If they win the division, the Eagles don't want Tom Brady coming in no matter what.
Yeah, because all he needs is that one game where
Exactly.
it's Tom
Nobody
Brady.
wants to see the Bucs because here comes 3 more weeks till Gronk.
I still,
All of a sudden, they look way better on offense.
Yeah.
I still think they need to figure out their run game and their pass protection. So like just being, not to like talk trash, but just being a Giants fan, seeing what the Giants did against Brady is they hit him. And look what happened this week. Brady was getting hit.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it. That's how you beat him. Right?
Yeah.
Right. That being said, also Fournette is scoring a lot of points every week. But it's because he's also catching a lot. His rushing yards, which is good for whoever has him.
The running game sucks.
As overall for that team is not good, right? So
with a 45-year-old quarterback, you want to be able to run.
You got to be able to run the ball. Look at. We were just talking about Mighty Ice. He's not going to be able to throw that many passes and completions all season long. There's no way. He might be, in my lifetime, the best QB that came out of Boston College, but that doesn't mean he can. Might be. Well, I mean,
what about
another
Hasselbeck,
Flutie?
Flutie.
Give me a break. Matt Ryan's better than both of those.
But
guys.
I'm just saying.
Flutie Flakes.
I said might be, Phil. I said might be.
Hi, I'm Doug Flutie, pro football player and father of an autistic child. A lot of people buy Flutie Flakes because a portion of the proceeds go to help autistic children. But there's another way you can help. Dial 1010-220 when you call long distance. You can talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents. And every time you use it, a donation will be made to the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation. So dial 1010-220, talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents, and help some great kids at the same time. It's a win-win situation. I wish football was this easy.
I said might be, but it is. They got to do something if that team wants to win. They really do with the run game and pass protection. It's just interesting, very interesting. For this game, I did have another stat that I thought was interesting. Lamar Jackson, that was his first loss to an NFC team.
Really? Ever?
I think maybe.
That is a surprising statistic.
Yeah. And they're playing at Giant Stadium, right? They're playing at MetLife, right? Or are they playing? Yeah, they're playing MetLife. That's his first loss to an NFC team.
In New Jersey.
Yep, that's his first loss to an NFC team. I thought that was very interesting. There were some very interesting stats that came out of this week that I wanted to bring up, and that was one of them. And it's unbelievable. But yeah, the Broncos-Chargers game was so boring. I don't know why Ben picked up Russell Wilson. I know why I was calling him Russell Mitchell. That's my favorite bike builder.
Because he has Carson Wentz.
That's why.
I know. I understand that. I get it. I don't think I had Russell Wilson. I guess he's better than Wentz, but
it's got to be thin pickings, though, in our...
Yeah.
We're smart, and our league is better than most, so...
Yeah.
And
he was the best of the bunch, and he's got Carson Wentz.
I understand. I picked up Goff and dropped Wilson for Goff. That could be a colossal mistake. Who knows?
I don't blame Ben for picking up.
No, I think
he should have played him this week.
He should have played him. Yeah, I agree. But I said the NFC East is back, except for I said the NFC is back, but Washington's proven me wrong that it's not.
Who knows? Maybe they'll have a turnaround with Heineke. I don't even know why they went away from him.
I don't either.
We'll see. I'm sure McLaurin's going to be happy. Phil, as our resident Redskins fan.
Commies.
Commandos.
Yeah, no, I'm for it. But they need to start tanking for one of these for the Alabama kid or whatever. Whoever
That's going to be
guy
the
is.
plan.
Yeah, but they need to just let Heineke get crushed and
Cam Newton's waiting around.
no, thank you.
No, I mean, if you want to tank.
Andrew Luck out of retirement or something, or Colin Kaepernick, something. But yeah, I don't know. Just don't win so you have a chance at Bryce Young or whoever the
you're
other
gonna
guy
have
is.
to fight the Panthers for that one.
I know.
They are. I don't even think dumpster fire even describes the Panthers
They
anymore
just
now.
activated Josh Rosen, I think I heard. Or
Oh, really?
Whichever
He's
their other
still in the
quarterback
league.
is. Whichever.
Holy shit. All right, we spent enough time.
Yeah, that's a
All right,
long
next one.
All right, next game. All right, guys, next game. Brady Bunch 2.0, 93.52 against Double D Kupps, 118.34. Nice win, Johnny. You got to lead it off.
Well, all right. I took a chance and played Stafford. Picked him up, played him. I think it helped out because I had golf on by and I dropped Wilson. Wilson got 17 points. Stafford got 16. So maybe this is a glimpse of hope with Stafford. I don't know. I have a big question this week of who I play. Tyreek Hill.
Regardless of quarterback, that man is beasting.
He set a Dolphins record this week. He has the most games with 3 that has 10 plus receptions and at least 150 yards. That's insane. He's only been on the team this year. This year.
And 3 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, right? I think Tariq was one of my big hits right there. Barkley showed up, even though the Giants had a rough go. They won, but their rushing was rough that game. The Ravens have a really good defense. The Ravens, honestly, I think if they could trade for McCaffrey, that team would be sick.
I heard he's on the market. So
That team would be sick.
That would be a good spot for
That
him,
would
too.
be a good spot for him. They need someone to run the ball other than Lamar.
I think Dobbins back though. They're not going to trade for McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I think that would be smart. I mean, and
I heard
then,
the asking price is the first rounder.
That's not far fetched. I don't
No,
think.
I would give that up.
I would.
yeah.
Whatever McCaffrey is now, odds are is better than a
Better than a first
some
round.
possible first
Yeah.
rounder, especially if you're kind of good and he's a 25th pick or whatever.
I think obviously Eckler, my 20 to his Akers 0 was big, and then my kicker suck up. He was on the field way too much. If the Bucks can fix their problems, I might have to figure out a new kicker. Just saying.
Yeah, you want
Was Akers playing?
No, yeah. Dwyer.
So that's a ghost. That's a ghost Dwyer.
Big donut.
That's a strike one.
He was
Dwyer.
never going to play. Healthy scratch.
Really?
Yeah,
Dwyer,
exactly.
the
So
fantasy life at Dwyer. Go get it.
But he had no one on the bench that would have even.
McKissick's better than a
McKissick's
not
better than
gonna
a
play
not
Bengal.
playing.
True,
Yeah.
but he would have only had 2 points.
Right,
But
it
yeah, but
wouldn't
I
matter.
agree. We don't want people just
we
doing
don't
that.
ghost.
Yeah, we don't.
Strike one, Dwyer.
Strike.
Uh-oh, buddy. Olave didn't play.
Unless you want to ghost next week, because you're playing me, I
Right.
think so. You can ghost all you want next week. That's a free pass.
Free pass for the finish.
Olave didn't play. I'm worried about that. I drafted him. I think he
was
could
in
be.
concussion.
Yeah, I know.
He's back this week.
He's back this week. He could be. He could easily be rookie of the year this year. I think.
He plays tomorrow night too, so
So,
be careful if you want him.
Yeah, that's why I've been watching that. So that's where I'm at. That I got 1-1. I was hoping to get more score big on Monday night, but didn't happen. So I'll take the 1-1.
Yeah, man, solid win.
Definitely. It's nice to get a win, even when you want to, 118
Even to
is not
Jeff
huge.
Wilson roughness and the flex.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm having a tough time with that. I should have played Robinson, but he hasn't been doing much. And usually Olave would be there.
On Robinson looked pretty good.
I made a big move.
That high point catch
I
was
dropped.
nice.
I dropped Gage. I dropped Gage today for a guy that I think could possibly be a breakout player, a sleeper. Oh, you're just gonna have to look at my.
Russell Mitchell.
No, he's a
Just
Patriot.
tell us now.
He's a Patriot.
Oh, Taekwon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I tried to get him too, but we'll see what he does. I don't know.
he might. We'll see. I like the fact that he can
had 2
rush.
touchdowns.
He can rush and he can catch and
Just wait till he gets tackles one time
I tried to do it too.
and he'll fold like origami.
Yeah, exactly. It's got balsa wood fucking collarbones.
I really like Bailey.
Like a broomstick.
I'm not a big Patriots fan, but I do like what I saw at Zappy, or Zappe, or whatever the hell you say.
There's
that.
a
controversy brewing.
The pursuit of zappiness.
I got a good
Zappy hour.
I got a good stat on him too.
Yeah, Jones is not on fire enough to justify that. Y'all know Zappy's college stats? Have y'all seen that stuff?
At West Kentucky, yeah.
He threw for like 6,000 yards or something. It's crazy.
He, in the Super Bowl era, he's the first rookie to win his first 2 starts with a passer rating of at least 100. I think
That's impressive.
And who's their coach?
You know
Belichick.
he wants to do it.
Fuck.
You know he'd rather do it with a kid from Western Kentucky than a first-round draft pick from Alabama.
Yep.
Oh, get his rocks off on somebody who's like a nobody on
This.
Yeah.
You can have Mac Jones. Watch what I do with
Mac
Brady
Jones
Zappy.
has always had, he had Saban and Belichick. He's always had good coaching. I mean, this kid, Bailey Zappi, he was at some no-name school.
Yeah.
And he transferred to West Kentucky and went off the freaking charts. I don't know.
It's Belichick. He'll go with the hot hand. He will not fuck around.
Even like expert, I was listening to Mina Kimes and she's like, they're not going to throw the ball. You know what I mean? They're going to try to do this and do that. And he threw for 300 yards where they're throwing it all over the place.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Quite a season for y'all's team.
Yeah.
Phil or Chuck, whoever wants to.
I just look at this and I don't know. Dwyer, the ghost. Eckler, another big game. Eckler and Saquon, that's a nice pair of horses you got there. Like I've been saying this, I like your team. Two horses and Tyreek, and then the rest is workable. If Allen Robinson comes to life, who are you playing this week? Stafford or Goff?
I have Goff, but I gotta I have him right now in my lineup, but I gotta take a look at who they're playing and stuff like that. I haven't really. I gotta start looking at that.
Stafford still looks a little pedestrian, but
yeah,
it was a good win. Nothing to write home about. 118. That's the bottom half. So 1-1, but still in the mix. Better than me. So
Goff is going against the Cowboys defense.
Oh, Micah Parsons is going to break his neck.
They score a ton of points, but that can be.
Yeah.
Eagles
Who
just
scored a ton of
put some
points?
on them. Well, Detroit did until New England.
Coming
off a bye, they should get back at it a little bit.
Still
and they got Swift back.
Yep.
They're still 1-4, and they scored all those points. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they were. What was it? Their first team to score like 130 points, and also then they gave up 130.
Well, hadn't they been doing that for a couple of years now? They always lose those tight games in heartbreaking fashion.
Yeah, I think they've given up 130 points, or given up 134 and scored 130 or something like that.
Yeah.
The only other note I had on this game that I thought was interesting, I just realized, Brady went to. You guys are Pats fans? Why did Kraft get married during the season? He got married.
Elton John was available to play.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
He got married.
He wanted Elton John.
He has all the money.
Brady was at the wedding on Friday.
Yeah, that's all my point.
Randy Moss was there.
Point.
You see
Randy Moss was there?
Yeah.
But Randy Moss is not playing.
You know who didn't go to the wedding?
Belichick.
Yeah.
Because he said he had.
It's a football season. He's not going to go. He would never fucking do that.
Well, guess who won?
Who else went to the wedding?
And who didn't win?
The Giants trainer that gave that guy the hand job.
Yes, really?
Yeah, he was there.
Not surprised.
He was there that night.
Not surprised. I read
Elton
Elton
John's
John's
table at the craft.
I read Elton John's autobiography. I'm not surprised.
Found the place all right.
Yeah, I'm here, right? Nice cleavage. So listen, we both know this isn't going to be the date of a lifetime, right? Because clearly I'm no great catch, and you must not be either if you agree to go out with me, right? And I got to tell you, the fact that you're halfway attractive is not helping your case. If anything, it's got me more convinced that you're absolutely nuts. Now that that's out of the way, we've got at least 4 very unforgettable hours in front of us. I made reservations for dinner, but neither of us is going to enjoy it because you're not going to be able to eat as much as you want for fear that I'm going to think you're a big fat pig. And I'm going to be worried the whole time over whether I got enough money on the gift card my grandma gave me to pay for dinner. Following that, we'll go get some drinks and you'll offer to pay and I'll pretend I don't want you to. After that, you'll tell me all about your sister's kids and I'll tell you all about the boil on my thigh. We can move on to getting over here, where you'll then ask me in for a drink, and then I'll come in and awkwardly seduce you into a quick and unfulfilling screw. then I'll make something up about having to get up early in the morning so I don't have to stick around. So we can do all that, or I could give you a cheeseburger and you could give me a hand job. What do you say?
No pickles.
You know who wasn't there? Giselle.
Yeah.
No.
No.
It's all right. Garoppolo's
She
mom was
was-
out in the car waiting for Brady.
She was wiping her tears away with a terrible towel.
Oh,
Right. The $1 million bill.
all right. The cock of a 25-year-old
Right.
fucking supermodel dude.
Stallion, yeah, who's also going to be worth $100 million in a week.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on this game, guys?
I
No,
don't
good job,
think so.
Johnny.
Fantasy Life app, Dwyer. Download it. It's free.
Yeah, no ghosting except for this coming week, and then no more.
Well, I suppose I didn't give my take on it. I agree with everything.
Hey, good take. Next.
I disagree with your take. I'm agreeing with everything. Bad.
No. Yeah.
I mean, you can go home with something way
High
less
school
than
sweetheart. Or
Yeah, right.
high schooler sweetheart.
Exactly. The high school he built.
Yeah, right.
I started the recording.
Oh, good.
That's right.
Now we're all
Yeah.
slander.
I'm glad I didn't say anything. I was
Why
like,
even fucking Asian handies?
I don't know. That he could be half of that.
it was getting rubber tugs.
And I'm at it.
Indeedly doodly.
Speaking of handies, I don't know why we're segueing with that. Seville Giants 132.76 over Master Rangis 104.2. Mark takes down.
Mark.
Big win.
Brad's having a tough season.
Yes,
Brad
he
is. You know what? I made a note. Look at his projections and look at his score. Every single player underperformed what they were supposed to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, you're dead because those projections are pretty,
Is it?
can be arbitrary, but then sometimes they're exact, which is terrifying. But yeah, that's not going to do it. Terrible week. Mark's a big boom or bust team, and he boomed this week. He killed Brad.
Look at Brad with the double Seattle wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Metcalf and Lockett. I don't
Seattle-
see that often.
Seattle puts up a lot of points. Geno Smith will be comeback player of the year. And if he can keep playing the way he's playing, maybe even
He
MVP.
might get some votes. You're right. He's killing it. You're right. That's two on the same team. That's rough. Sutton and Judy.
And Nick Bosa out. Another fucking ghost.
Oh, we got donutted, huh? Oh, you see, that's not good. Fantasy Life app.
Bradley. That's another ghost. Bradley and Dwyer.
Strike.
Not good.
Bradley's fed up, probably.
Still got to pay attention.
Yeah. I'm looking at the running backs here, even though Bradley had Kamara and Mark had Jones, the Jets Green Bay game was very interesting to me. The Jets have 60% of their players are below 24 years old. That's insane. They're young and hungry.
They're coming off one of the best drafts I've seen in a long time.
Sauce.
And
Amazing.
they have to. I don't know what is going on in North Jersey / New York, but the teams are going crazy, and the Jets either have to kill the next team they play that's like bad, like the worst team, or beat the Pats to solidify their season right now, right? And what I thought was interesting.
I don't know if the Pats are a benchmarker right now. We're
Oh,
playing with a
in
certain
that division, yes, it is a benchmark. The Jets have been so bad for so many years, and you guys have been so good. They have to show up like that. They
Well,
have
that's a
to.
mentality thing.
They
but I
have
don't think
to.
that's like if they take down the Bills, that would be
Yeah.
huge.
But you got to beat
that's
the quote unquote bad Patriots team, and any division win for the Jets now is going to look great.
Yes.
Sure,
Yeah.
for so long.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I thought the Jets did in Green Bay, a couple of things I thought that was interesting other than win. They did do a Lambeau leap in Lambeau. What?
They do
Just
that
see
because you can find the pocket of away fans.
Yeah.
People will do that.
Sauce wore a cheese head.
No,
off.
Gardner. Yeah,
fucking
Gardner.
sauce.
That's what the thing was. Wore cheese head.
Cheese
Someone
sauce.
knocked it off his head.
Cheese sauce. Yeah.
Slicey splice.
Yeah.
I have a cheese head at home. My dad got me one when he went out there because I did have a brief stint in like high school where my second team was the Packers because there was a hometown guy, Connecticut guy that was a guard for the for Favre.
How far did this go? Starter jacket?
No, I just had a cheesehead and liked watching them. But no, I would love to if I had a starter jacket. But those are,
If you did, you should have worn one to the Yankees game that you got all famous on.
Oh, I had my jersey on under it, my Jeter jersey. But I felt like an old man wearing a Jeter jersey. There's all Judge jerseys everywhere. But we're talking football. Yeah, those are my big points on this. Big win by Mark. This might have been Mark's first 2-0.
He needed it bad.
Which is great.
2-0?
Yeah.
He needed it bad.
You got 2 wins.
And by the way, to go back to what we were talking about at the beginning, Deion Jackson was on Mark's team. A huge pickup.
Yeah.
He was huge for Mark.
Yeah, Mark 24.3.
It's so nice to get the guy who you know is going to take over and get a bunch of points.
It's awesome.
Sometimes they get,
That's smart.
they just throw it
for that
100
1 week
times.
because now Taylor and Hines will be
Both
back.
back. Yeah, it's like...
But for that 1 week, what a plug.
Right.
Well, the week before, Mark picked up Hines because he had Taylor. Like, that's a good point.
And he got hurt.
We were recording and we were watching and he got hurt.
It worked
It worked out perfectly. I mean, that's
Brees
the
Hall
difference,
for
dude.
real. With that, Mark has really turned his game around. When he
Yeah.
first started playing this game, he was kind of jokey.
Yeah.
He was all about the Giants. I mean, still about the Giants, but yeah. And now
He's
he just
learning.
keeps.
Yeah.
No, but he's on top of shit.
Yeah,
It's too homery, except that year Odell was right there, and we're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
He's the best player left on the board. Why don't you want to take the Giant this time?
That's a good point.
But yeah, this is, like I say, it's boomer bust, but this team could get like 180, but also like 90.
Yeah.
It is boomer bust. Also, to your point, Chuck, you were saying how Rangis had 2 Seattle receivers. Mark went with the double Buffalo receivers.
Well, I'd
And
rather
one
do that.
went off and one did not.
Yeah.
I look at Mark's team as the Falcons. The Falcons right now are going to be boom or bust. They're either going to win that division and be nasty, especially if they keep those red helmets,
Shit, that division.
or they're going to be bust.
I think Mark's team looks pretty decent with when he gets Taylor back, and Taylor can do anything. You get Keenan Allen back.
Yeah,
This is a good-looking team.
That McKenzie Buffalo stack is not going to happen at all if when Keenan or Gallup come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, who do you bench? Because early on, McKenzie looked like better, and then Davis had that big game when McKenzie was out. Who's the guy? Which one?
I'd go with
bench
Dave.
McKenzie.
Yeah.
And then they're both going to be on bye this week, so he's going to have to play Keenan and Dobbs maybe, unless Gallup's back.
I think Metcalf didn't shit before the game.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh, it's only 4 points.
You got the insider information over
I
there?
don't know. You got,
Left Zeke on the bench.
Yeah.
That had to be a
16 points
high
on a
pick.
Zeke.
but has Zeke been consistent? I have him in another league.
Not really.
He
I
has.
mean, we could look at his game.
I'm looking at 6, 6, 15, 11, 10, 16. I mean, he's supposed to be a premier.
Double-digit points the last 4 games.
Yeah, he should be a top running back.
Yeah.
He might be
Right.
better with that coming back because they haven't been doing anything.
Yeah, with Rush.
Just trying to make
I was wrong. Cooper Rush is
Not going
terrible.
to replace that.
He came back to earth.
I came back to earth. I think they need Dak back in the worst way. And then
Oh, what do you mean? I thought they were going to pay Cooper Rush and cut Bateman.
I didn't say
Dak.
pay. I said trade Dak. But we'll see.
You said pay Cooper Rush.
No,
You said they need to pay this kid.
I was wrong.
That's on tape.
Well, there you
I
go.
just said I said it before. I was wrong. I came in saying I was going to say I was wrong on that. I was wrong. But I'm glad I was wrong because if they keep losing and they're in NFCs, I'm okay with it. I hate the Cowgirls.
I was wrong about something too. Alvin Kamara did outplay his projection by point.
Oh, there you go.
So
A little bright
not
spot.
everybody on Brad's
Well,
team let him down.
what about Cousins?
A former Redskin legend.
Indeed.
And-
He's not a bad fantasy
What was
quarterback. He has
Cousins'
been
projection?
23.
Oh, so he missed the
20,
big
by 0.3. Yes.
Cousins
All right.
does the gritty dance, right? I just learned about this stuff recently. I should probably have already known.
Gesicki does the worst.
Yeah, but what's
He did it for
better?
like 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is way too long. What's
I think some of that was part of it. Yeah.
He's in on it now, which means
Yeah.
it's got to stop.
I'll help you. What's better, the gritty or the icky shuffle?
See you later! Justin Jefferson, have a day!
The rookie became a cult figure when he unveiled his touchdown celebration dance, the Icky Shuffle.
That is the Icky Shuffle. Like he's on a bed of hot coals.
The Icky Shuffle.
That's my question. I think the Icky Shuffle's better. Of
course.
The Griddy's weird.
We'll post all of it and leave it up for debate.
Well, wasn't the Griddy like a dance that it's like a thing?
It's
that
a thing
Justin
called
Jefferson.
Icky Shuffle
Yeah.
is Icky
Only
came up
Icky
with.
Woods did it
Yeah.
when he
No, I thought Justin Jefferson came up with the Griddy.
Is your relationship with my client entirely platonic? Not! Is not your relationship with my client, boink! Bad baby, bad baby. Did you ever not make love? Did you?
Mr. Reed!
You had sex with her every time you met, didn't you? Didn't you? Liar!
He's badgering the witness.
It's his witness.
You slammed her, you dumped her donut, you gave her dog a sausage, you stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey. All right, it's true, okay? I humped her brains out. There, now you happy? No further questions.
No, I think your Griddy is something they do in clubs.
I think
No.
I
I think I looked. We can look this back. We can make sure. But I looked it up. I thought
Seems off the
Justin
rails.
Jefferson picked up the Griddy.
We're looking up dance moves.
We can
It's part of football now.
Well, we don't have to cut it.
No, I
This
mean-
would be a good spot for some like a Griddy.
No, look it
You
up.
gotta throw the Griddy in there. And throw some Gasecki in there. Throw some Gasecki in there.
Oh, no, we're going to be playing all the dances. Johnny's going to help me look.
Yeah, I got
The
you.
Griddy
I got
dance was originally invented by Louisiana's Allen Davis, a friend of former LSU wide receiver Jamar Chase, who wanted to recreate his own rhythmic dance after he was inspired by the Nene craze.
Oh, see? So it's a
Bill, look at the knowledge.
Different LSU
See?
receiver, but Jefferson was on that team.
Yeah, you're on that
So
team.
you ripped them off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're probably all boys.
I know,
Let's do my
yeah.
dance everywhere.
I knew it wasn't a club
Derivative
song.
of the Nene.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't the Nene. We should do I know the Nene.
Yeah, a bunch of that.
Yeah, let's cut in a picture of Phil doing the stanky leg.
It'll all be in there. We'll get it all.
All right, done with this one?
Yeah, I
So-
think we're done. Bill, what's next?
Falcos versus Stoopers.
Ugh.
Oh, boy.
Kev came to life.
So,
Finally came to life, of course, the Matthew Berry rule.
Yeah.
You know he's going to do well because he's playing against Chuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Juju. First
Everybody.
first decent game as a Chief.
Read your notes about that little stat that you just said. You told me you had it in your notes about my points against.
Chuck's points against would be the highest scoring team in the league, and Chuck's points for would have him in 7th.
Yeah.
sounds about right. That's pretty much
Every
it.
year. Every year, everyone brings their fucking A game to my shit. Every year.
Must feel good.
No, it hurts. It's hard. It's hard. And I still persevere. But
Every
I
year
am
I
running out of
babysit
time
you
here. I'm
guys.
running out of time. I need some like serious run of 2-0. So
This is
I'm
like the
gonna
precursor.
pack it in.
This is a precursor of you telling us you're quitting the league for a second time.
I was hurt. I was
Before
hurt.
any of this happened, Mispokane Falcos 156.08 over the High Street Stoopers 125.62. Let the commisery begin.
I'll start it. Herbert let me down in that snoozer against Denver. And Dobbins, I don't know what to do about Dobbins. I picked up Kenyon Drake now. I don't know.
Forgot about Drake.
I
forgot about Drake.
checked
Yeah.
my notes today, and I didn't get Drake. So
Forgot about Drake.
I should have played Brian Robinson.
that would have put you in the top half of scoring.
Yes.
That's the note I made.
know. But I keep waiting for Dobbins to come back, but it doesn't look like he is. He's going to have that. I think he's in the middle of that Saquon year, like Saquon had.
Yeah.
They need that. They come back from that knee, and then they need
But
a
not
year
really.
to come back.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
back.
you better hope they don't trade for McCaffrey if you got Dobbins.
You had the huge Ramondre game and the huge Ayuk game. I
Yeah.
think Herbert's got a little Cousins in him. I've never seen him do well on primetime. Am I making
Yeah.
that up?
No,
It feels
no,
like
no,
when I'm
I
really
agree.
watching and
I
I'm
agree.
paying
When
attention
you're watching
to
him on the
it's
red
not that
zone,
great. Yeah.
in the red
Yeah.
zone, he's lighting it up, and
At
then all
4
of a sudden the
o'clock.
bright lights come on,
Yeah.
and then he's
They're
might be
always
onto something
16,
there,
20
Yeah.
games
Might
and
be
stuff
onto
like that.
something.
He doesn't have Keenan. They do look a bit of a mess without Keenan Allen. But
yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I'm alone in that.
I don't think Keenan's going to fix it.
He's good. When
He's
you got
good.
somebody that can throw it that far,
I think their team is still good. And as much as you say how shitty Denver offense is, Denver defense is really fucking good.
Absolutely.
Really fucking good.
That's a frustrating part.
They were.
Yeah, but no one ever talks about that. They just talk about how shitty Russell is.
But I saw the stat that said they were within 3 points in every fourth quarter this year. So they're not even, they can't score, but they're certainly not giving it up.
No.
Great defense.
The Chargers, it's funny is the Chargers, they should be grateful their score right now because, if you look back at some of their games or their record, you look back at some of their games, a couple of bad bounces off the goalposts, they'd be like 1-5 right now. They would be really bad.
Yep.
Really bad.
The Ravens are a couple of bounces. They're saying
that could be said about a couple of teams.
Yeah.
For sure.
Minority.
Yeah.
But McCaffrey did well. Juju, I was kind of liking the look of Juju sitting on his number one because they're so hard to pick which guy's going to do it. And this week it was Juju against me, of course. Mark Andrews,
he's been
nasty. I mean, him and Kelsey they're so worth the pick. If you can get them.
Andrews is the one on this team where I'm like, how is he not better? Because he always kills.
Yeah.
He's doing all the work, though, man.
And also,
him and Lamar.
It's been weeks since Kevin was at the bottom. He's 6-6 now, so.
Yeah, he's crawling back up.
My theory is wrong, so his team is
crawling back up.
Yeah. Because 156 is good. I was easily in the highest half.
Yeah. But I think he was below 100 last week, so. Yeah, the Chuck effect. Everyone comes to me and just fucking goes to fucking town.
The Panthers, everybody just easily wins.
You shine them up. It's like, come play Charlie. Cover your goal. Your offense is fixed.
Yeah. I don't get it, but not enough to get me to 1-1. So I don't know. I got to turn it around real quick.
I mean, shit. Kev got 9 points out of his defensive tackle.
Yeah. Don Allen.
Robinson, though, for you will be consistent now. They want him to play, and he's back.
Yes, he will be in there.
So yeah,
he will be in there. Hopefully, Pitts is back. I kept Pitts on the IR to keep the extra spot one more week, and Irv Smith got me the touchdown, so it wasn't that big a deal.
I think Pitts is back.
I think the Dobbins and Herbert in the under the big lights screwed me.
If you kept Walker, you would have still lost. You might have had a win 1-1, but so like I said last week, I think Walker
I would have
not
put him
going
in
to
for
hurt
sure.
you.
I would have played him at the Dobbins spot.
Yeah,
but Ayuk, I threw Ayuk in there.
Yeah,
you
would have won 1-1.
That was good.
1-1, but you wouldn't. It didn't like hurt you. Well, I mean, I did a little bit, but. You know what I'm saying?
It hurt you though, because I mean,
it hurt you, but it didn't.
Those 10 more to get you the 1-1 gets you in what at 4-8.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, with your points,
and it's taking one away from someone else.
Yeah, and with your point total, you'd be in like 8th or whatever all of a sudden instead of 12.
Well, that's also something you can't predict when you drop people. Like I dropped Herbert and he took off and then sucked. And that sucks sense.
I think it's a different.
Took off one game.
It's a different beast though. Montgomery King was coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny Walker is going to get the fucking lion's share now. They have no reason not to fucking.
It's his job.
Yeah, it's his job, and you can see when he touches the ball, eye test. I mean, he's a fucking plug. I mean, he's got those legs, and he fucking looks dangerous every time he touches it.
I just feel like this. You play fantasy football long enough, things like this happen.
It was a brain fart. Like I said, I went through the 5 stages. I had the denial, I had the bargaining, I had the depression, and now I'm to accept it.
And I believe in.
I can only accept it.
And I believe in karma. And Danny Boy is going to have some school
I've had that happen before with these kind of situations where then someone met their demise because of that. Like you can't even see it coming a mile away.
The name.
And then in the playoffs, Kenny Walker lays an egg and Danny loses because of it. And you look back on it and it's like, oh, what you thought was the greatest thing that you could have done is ultimately your demise.
The fantasy gods.
Yeah, the luck of stuff like that. Everybody's good on paper, but your guy gets hurt and your position in the waiver wire. ASB, and St. Brown sat on the bench in one of my leagues for 10 weeks, and I picked him up, and I won $1,000.
Yeah, there you go.
I was the first in line, and I needed a wide receiver, and boom,
there you go.
He paid taxes on that grand. Don't worry, IRS. He paid taxes.
He was straight money at the end of last year. He was great,
setting records. What was it? 10 catches in 4 straight games or something
Yeah,
like that.
ludicrous.
I just wanted, Chuck mentioned it, but the one shout out I wanted to give about this game was Ayuk. We were talking about it, and he was going back and forth on who to start, and we both were discussing it, and you ultimately went with Ayuk, which I thought was the good decision, and it paid off. He had a great game.
Yeah, it was good. Bright spot, but not enough. I just don't hate my team. I really don't hate my team. I get through some of these buys coming up. If I could put some 2s in a row and just scrape my, like you said, with my points for, if I start getting in a tie situation, I could rise quicker. If I get some people to come down and I'm up, well, points for can help me out.
I'm glad you picked that. Said
Not
that
giving up yet.
I think the buys, because of our new rule in this league, once we get into the buys, this was the first week of the buys. Once we get like in the thick of it, that's going to throw a lot of people up and down, I think.
Yeah, because you're going to have those lower point
It
totals.
really is.
This will be 80, 75 games.
Yeah.
Plus
all the injuries.
Somebody scores 160.
Yeah. Or 230.
I felt it this week for my team.
Team Roofie Fund's going to go crazy.
Yeah, I don't hate your team at all, Chuck. Pierce coming up. Pierce, Ramondre. You're going to have trade bait or decisions to make.
Yeah.
Because you got 3 backs and 3 receivers that I would
Pitts
play.
could come to, Pitts was killing me at the beginning of the year. If I could throw Pitts in there.
You call him the Pitts. I love
He was.
Yeah, he was, but they got to get him going. They got to try. And Mariota looks good.
Dude,
he
looks good now. A couple weeks ago, remember he had like something ridiculous like completions, but I think that but I think what they did this week is they kept his attempts down and they ran the ball more. And if the Falcons stick to the run, that's when there'll be a big they'll win that division.
Yeah.
If they don't do that, what they did this week, they're gonna be a problem. And they're the bust.
It'll be better when Cordero comes back.
Yeah, that was a big injury. Phil.
And the red
It seemed all right, though. But he just he's a lot of options.
He's a game changer.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're welcome, Falcon, because that shit started on New England.
Both teams should keep their red helmets.
And didn't it start on the Vikings?
Just saying.
They didn't really use them like that.
Did they not?
I don't remember it.
He returned kicks, but you're right. He didn't
They weren't running them out of the
We were
backfield.
literally using him as our running back.
Yeah.
All right, next game.
Is this the last one? Seems long today.
Ted versus Jim.
Yep.
Ted and Jimmy.
Oh my God! How did we let Jim draft this team, guys? They scored 117.9 points and got killed in the bottom half.
And then I promptly go down to Ted.
Yeah, but he had Henry and Jacobs on bye.
Hey man, I'll take it. You don't win every week.
Claypool, no, you don't. You don't win every week.
Jacobs doesn't.
He's
been
solid.
really good.
I know, but just saying.
He had to
Incinerators.
The problem here is you have to double the Browns running backs against the Pats.
That Kelsey Mahomes bye week's not going to be nice either.
Nope.
You had the Phil effects. Your own team fucked you this week.
Oh yeah. Strange Folksters took me down 136.14 to 117.9. I'll lead it off because it was my game. Burrow and Chase killed me.
Teddy was here last week and he called it. And he said that's what he said was going to happen.
So the rest of his team, he had 3 different players that got zeros, or two or three different players that had zeros. It was Burrow and Chase.
Yeah, he had to pick from the top of the stink pile for Kelly because he had no other choice.
You look at that game, everybody wanted the big revenge game by Andy Dalton. Didn't happen. Part of that probably because my boy Olave was out. But like we were saying, Chase was looking like Chase of old. He was nasty.
Chase of old. He's only been in the league
last year. The Chase of old.
Chase of old.
Chase of old.
They got a lot of guys. They got a lot of players on
the earlier this year.
No, they got a lot of players on that team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a lot of players on that team. It's like any team. We look at last year or the last few years of the Bucks, and you got Godwin, you got Evans, you got Fournette. Brady's got a bunch of different spots, right?
Yeah.
Burrows has a bunch of different people to throw to.
Yeah.
Chase, what has Chase done? Not as good as Higgins and
it's been pretty goddamn good. Man.
Yeah.
But you're right. No. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
But this is the week. That's the boomer bust thing again. If Burrow connects with Chase all game, that's doubling points and killing.
Yeah. And that's where it is. There's 75 points there.
Right. But but if Higgins is one of those touchdowns and 30 of those catches and 70 of those yards, it's all of a sudden.
Yeah, because Curtis Samuel did squadoosh.
Right. Listen,
Evans did nothing.
Yep. Between weeks 2 and week 5, Chase had 8, 10, 10, 8. Week 1, he had 26. This week, he had 31.
That's my point about Jim's team, too. Like, Chubb and, you know what I mean? He's not going to have 3 touchdowns in 100 yards.
No, not every week.
So.
But just looking at depth is Jim's team.
Jim's team is definitely good, but I don't think it's the 180 points every week.
No.
I mean,
obviously not. 118 this week, not even.
Yeah. That's true. And also, I think you would have gotten. Did you go 1-1?
No.
I think you would have gotten.
I left shit on the bench.
Claypool instead of DuVernay would have gotten you a 1-1 split.
I was thinking that because Bateman was out, didn't materialize. Did not happen.
I think you should have played Herbert.
I didn't think it would have been better.
I'm just joking.
Play, though. I thought with Bateman down, maybe.
No, absolutely. And I mean, that's smart thinking.
You should drop Herbert.
But you never
like
know.
I did.
Lamar was weirdly not great.
Yeah, I mean, I got killed with Burrow and Chase, and then the Chubb Hunt thing, I kind of got forced into it because my other 2 running backs were on bye, and then the Pats just shut them down. I mean, as a regular fan, great. As a fantasy fan, not so great.
Did Kelly get hurt or
no? He just doesn't. He doesn't get used.
Jeez.
I think he might have gotten dinged up. I don't know, but that was the one.
You can look at it right here.
That was the one.
Oh yes.
I think he did get hurt.
MCL sprain.
Yeah, because he didn't play at all this week, which helped Eckler get a ton of points this week.
And will be sidelined for multiple weeks. But
thank you,
Teddy.
Kelly,
that was just a
her.
fill-in for Teddy. He gets DeAndre Swift back.
Yeah.
And he's got Williams if Swift has problems. So
I mean, Jimmy, really looking at this is Chase and Burrow.
Exactly.
It really is.
Well, Teddy was here last week, and he said that's what was going to happen.
Because the rest of Ted's team didn't really do much.
And I think when we did our picks, we all picked Jimmy too. I think.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the ones we screwed ourselves on that.
No, you're the Patriots.
Everyone picked Jimmy, including Ted.
Yeah.
You
lost by 19, and Hunt and Chubb could easily have gotten 20 more points, 10 more apiece.
The Browns have no. They're.
The New England D is for real.
Yeah.
Seems
like it.
I
Their
agree.
offense is
No, Browns.
a work in progress, but their defense is real.
The Browns have good
still so
defense.
much
Their
better
offense
than
is just
coaches.
awful.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
just awful offense for the Browns. They got 2 great running backs, but there's no quarterback. And
Well, they're going to get the rapist back soon.
Not a rapist. Well, I guess
Assaulter.
Sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay. All right.
sorry. I mean, like
A piece of garbage.
Hand rapist.
Yeah, there'll be a lot better
puppeteer.
with him.
Yeah.
He's also hasn't played in a year and a half now?
But I mean, he'll be
He'll be better. Yeah, he's good.
He's really
Really?
good. Billy Madison after that. He's good.
He's good.
All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for week 6, and then we will move on to the picks, and then we'll insert some kind of ridiculous intermission.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. It's just it's a goofy fucking name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd. And this is Blake and Blair and Blaine and Brent. Where are all these goofy fucking boys' names coming from? Taylor, Tyler, Jordan, Flynn. These are not real names. You want to hear a real name? Eddie. Eddie is a real name. Whatever happened to Eddie? He was here a minute ago. Joey and Jackie and Johnny and Phil, Bobby and Tommy and Danny and Bill. What happened? Todd and Cody and Dylan and Cameron and Tucker. Hi, Tucker. I'm Todd. Hi, Todd. I'm Tucker. Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks.
And we're back.
Oh, you got to do it like a radio teacher. Morning.
That's what I've been doing.
And we're back.
That's what I've been doing. So I thought I'd change it up a little bit. But
Zippy in the juice.
and we're back.
Zippy and the juice. All right, welcome to the Week 7 picks. Charlie, you want to give us the recap from last week?
Yeah, so no movement. Some different picks, but I went 3-3. Everyone went 3-3. Even Teddy went 3-3.
Wow.
So the totals, I am at 9-15, still trying to scrape my way back towards you guys. You guys are still tied 14-10. 14-10. Teddy went 3-3, setting the benchmark for the guest picks.
Nice.
Until now.
Until Phil.
Phil, aka Ted, aka the proud dad.
Yes.
Yes.
Should we talk
Not
about,
that Phil isn't.
Should we talk about the fact that Ted and Danny had a trade after you strictly forbid it?
Collusion.
They did. Collusion. Kidlusion.
Dadlusion.
Yeah, dadlusion.
Colluge, son.
Yeah, the Oedipus trade.
Who are they fans of? Like
Steelers.
They're Steeler fans, both of them?
Ted is. I don't know.
Ted is?
Danny's a Seattle
We have a
fan.
lot of Steeler fans in this league. I'm going with 2, but whatever. Maybe 3.
We also have
Maybe
2
3.
Giants fans.
So
Makes
And
more
2
sense.
Pats.
that makes more sense than Steelers.
One Commando fan.
That doesn't make any sense. He's from
Remember when I
Tennessee.
said I'm going to
Actually,
steal
3
your ass?
because
I lied.
Dwyer.
oh no, we have
Not a
4
tune.
Pats fans because Ben did.
Let off some steam.
Jesus. Not surprised.
I'll be a big Commanders fan if this news gets rid of Dan Snyder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Currently, I care more about gambling and fantasy because I can't root for the
Yeah.
name change was a good start, but this asshole.
You like the name?
To go. I didn't love Redskins just because it's pretty, it's
Yeah.
racist. So
No,
there's
but they
that.
were they had a
Football
lot
team,
of
I was
options
getting
to
used to
change
football
it.
team. They should have done Red Hogs or just changed the
Red
logo
Hogs,
to
Red
potato.
Hogs.
Why don't you
Yeah.
Reds?
So it could have still
Why
been
just Reds?
Our friend
HTTR.
Bruce, I bring this up. He wanted it to be the Pigskins.
I like that.
Because you still, all the songs they're still the skins.
Yep.
And like,
Red
and-
something or something.
Why did they
Yeah.
follow suit like Syracuse? Syracuse went from the orange men to orange.
I don't know.
Why did they go from Redskins to the Reds?
It
Or
should have been the
Red?
Senators.
The Senators.
Because the Nationals never should have been the Nationals. They should have been the Senators.
Yeah.
Washington, it's perfect. It's such a cool nickname. And it only works for a DC team, but
Yeah. At 2 Carson.
All right.
All right,
Jimmy. Oh, wait. Sorry. Roofie Fund versus the Seville Giants.
Yeah. So the first matchup,
Mark and
myself
Jimmy.
against Marcus. I'm projected for 151.
Jeez. And that's and you don't even have a full team there, do
Roofie
you?
Fund. Roofie.
You got some bye guys that you're gonna fill in.
just
for, too.
Devontae is really the only potential starter he's missing. But yeah.
Yeah. I do have a little buy action. It's not as bad as
You
last
love a little bye action, don't you?
I have I currently don't have a replacement for Aaron Donald. I might pull the classic Chuck move and
Just ride him out. Look at your projection, 151 without him.
Oh, I feel so bad that you don't have a replacement for your D tackle. On
Especially
bye.
because he's got 2 of LB and D on bye. So
Yeah.
God forbid you have someone to replace a guy that's averaging probably 3 points, 4 points.
even if he fills those, he'll still be projected by 20.
Mm-hmm.
so 151 projection for me, 119.6 for Mark. I'll make it quick. I'm gonna pick myself to bounce back. Johnny.
I'm up. Mark, I'm sorry you came off 2 wins last week, but Jimmy's gonna get you this week. Sorry, San Francisco is just riddled with injuries and and Mahomes and he's got Henry back off a bye against Indy. Sorry, buddy, I'm going with Jimmy.
I agree. I think Jim's going to win, but I don't think either team's going to score a ton of points, to be honest.
Ooh.
San Francisco's defense is good, and it's going to be hot in Jacksonville. The Giants have been hot. I don't know. Just got a feeling.
So you're sticking with Jimmy. Jimmy across the board. Is this the week that Mark goes with Geno Smith?
Hasn't done it yet.
Jones is underrated because he runs.
Yeah.
He hasn't been terrible.
No,
Toughest quarterback in the NFL.
Yes.
but I mean,
Sorry.
you look on paper, you're like, what are
Second
you doing?
best
And then
running
you see his
quarterback.
numbers, and you're like, he's
Who
good.
runs better than him? Lamar. Who
And
runs-
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen too. Yeah, so it's third best running quarterback, and he's the toughest. He takes hits.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Little magician.
I do love that nickname.
All right, so I'm going to go off the rails here. I did it last week with Marcus. I'm going to stick with Marcus just to be different and try and make up some ground because I got to do it. And I'm going to go with Marcus in the upset.
Could be right. Jones could tear up Jacksonville.
Yeah, and like you said, San Fran D, maybe they stifle Mahomes a little bit. He's a little post-Bills
hangover from
hangover.
the year. Mark's got 2 guys playing against the Commanders, so after that hideous Green Bay game, they'll be better.
Yeah, I don't love Dobbs or Bellinger.
He's been getting touchdown catches. He's like Tunyon.
I'm just doing it to be different. I'm going with Marcus.
Tunyon doesn't get a ton of yards.
He's a good stack, too, when you got Danny Dimes.
Don't let Chuck hear that. That's another joke.
He missed it.
Wait.
He's ready.
Oh, I missed it.
You
need to be deducted?
Maybe. You can listen to
I'll deduct it next week. I'll listen to it live on the podcast.
Yeah.
And if I feel like
real time.
It was a play on words.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep a tally at the top of this sheet.
Play on words.
Johnny jokes.
But you missed my forgot about Dre joke.
Forgot about Drake.
Drake, yes. It's
Right.
right
You
Drake.
fucked it up, so you get no points.
No, still
We
get
got
points for that.
3,
I still
and
get
I
points for
have
that.
2. And we'll see
I
next
still
week.
get points for that.
No.
All right, who's next?
All right. Next up, we have Billy Bat's Shine Box projected for 121 to Kenneth Walker, my third running back, Danny. 130.2.
So I'm up first, right? Because we're going back and forth because we're still tied.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a wrench in this. And Benny boy, I'm going with you. Because I think Matt Ryan showed that he's still Matty Ice. And Tennessee hasn't showed shit. I know they're
D-Hop back. Everyone, a couple people.
He's got D-Hop back. Yeah, agreed. I guess D-Hop back. He's got Matty Ice, AJ St. Brown. They're playing against Dallas. Yeah, Dallas is a good D, but
it's
St. Brown. Amon-Ra.
It's a Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen bye week. That's when you
AJ Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a better player there, and DJ less. I think Benny Boy's got it. Sorry, I'm gonna throw a wrench in this. I think Walker is gonna have a terrible game, and I'm keep hoping for that.
Sold up.
I don't like that. I don't mind him picking up Walker. I don't like the cockiness of changing the name.
I agree.
I'm sorry. I feel like I respect it. I believe in karma, and I'm not like. I love Chuck. I'm not trying to get his back. Not that I wouldn't, but
get my back anytime.
Yeah, but not that I wouldn't. But I just believe in karma and like. And I just feel like, dude, that's a little cocky, man. You haven't won nothing yet.
I didn't say a word of trash talk the year I won, so now I'm like, I don't want to karmically fuck anything up.
Yeah. Dude, it comes back to bite you.
Yeah. It does
seems like
the
it
gods
does.
do not love that.
Well, that's the
fantasy
thing.
gods do not love when you fucking do that.
They
shit.
really don't. And I'm watching the last week's cast on YouTube, and he said something there about Kenny Walker. I'm watching it during the game, and Kenny Walker's beating me. And then he lays that egg on Monday night, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. It's a real thing, man. We've seen it play out.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the earlier years in this league, Lockery was in it. And he laid down for Kristen Stevens, who was in the league as well.
Yeah.
They were dating at the time.
I understand. And we were all shit all over it because it was bullshit.
Yeah.
And he laid down for her,
It changed his position.
changed his seating, and he got booted out of the playoffs.
And if he had kept his original position,
Yeah.
he would have fucking walked.
Yes. So it's real. The shit is real.
Just like on Survivor, when teams throw a challenge, it always comes back to bite them. It ruins their whole karma, and they start losing unintentionally after that.
All right.
On the Richter scale.
So it'll be my turn now. I'm going to go with Danny, just because I absolutely hate the running backs for
Benji.
They're terrible. I can't get behind that. I see the projections, but I don't believe them at all. I don't like that one bit. I'm going Danny.
I'm going to go with Danny for that same reason. I mean, if there's a time for Benji to beat him, it's the Josh Allen bye week. But I can't get behind Latavius Murray and Algier. I had big hopes for Algier. I hope D Hop comes up big, and I hope I'm wrong, but I got to go with Danny. Filbert?
I agree. Exact same reasons. This is the week to get in with Josh Allen on a bye, but those running backs are not good.
Not a good.
I could very well see like 0.1 or 1.
It's also Cooper Cup bye week.
Yeah, it's just tough.
So, I mean,
He could be coming down to Monday night against the Pats, though. Montgomery might not be getting a lot of points.
yeah, I mean,
Fournette might have 40, though, against Carolina at 1 o'clock.
my heart wants Benji, but my brain says Danny.
Sun shines on a dog's ass some days.
Yeah. Well, this is
And on that, to Johnny's game.
Oh boy.
So Double D Kupps, Johnny Bourgeon, 143.9 projected against Najee by nature, 136.6. I will lead it off since Johnny did last game.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give you some time to scramble there. I'm going to pick you, buddy. I think it's a close game. I'm not a huge fan of Mostert, but I'm going to pick you.
So, I don't like betting against myself, so I'm going to pick myself. Call me an egomaniac or whatnot. But yes, I agree. I'm not a big fan of Mostert. I do have Wilson playing. I could push him out for Olave, which could happen. I don't know. That's tomorrow. That's a big decision that probably will decide this matchup, if you ask me.
He also has Zay Jones going. I don't know how great that's.
Diggs on a bye, that's why.
Yeah.
I wish Diggs wasn't on a bye for this matchup.
Yeah, so I'm going with myself, but I feel like I might end up 1-1 this week.
I'm going to go with my partner. I went away from him last week, and I shouldn't have done it. I think Lamar is going to chew up Cleveland. I think Michael Parsons is going to break Goff's neck probably multiple times.
I still don't have to play him. I got Stafford. Oh, no, Stafford's on a bye.
No, Stafford's on a bye.
So I have to play him.
So you're playing Goff.
Oh, we'll see. Not necessarily.
The Heat in Jacksonville, I think they're a better team than you think. And, yeah, I'm just going to go with my partner. I got to be different anyways. J-Bone.
I'm going with Double D Kupps. Eckler, Barkley, Hill.
Yeah, I mean, that looks better.
That's quite a trifecta.
It is.
Najee at night against Miami. Mostert at night against Pittsburgh. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Zay Jones and Njoku. 2 tight ends. Tight end in the flex is weakness. Yes, me. Bye-week nightmares have begun.
Yep. Here they come.
You got to get them where you get.
So, everyone Johnny but me.
All right, cool. Next game, we have Master Rangis against Ville, Cam Lightning Bolt. So this one, yet again, another close one. Master Rangis, 139.1 projected to Ville's projected 135.9. Johnny, you lead it off this.
Rangis, your team's going to have another rough week. I'm sorry. I'm going with Phil. I think, Mixon showed up. I think he's got Prescott now.
Great move.
I think it's a great move.
Who dropped Dak?
I think
I don't know.
probably.
Oh,
right?
Cap. Oh, yeah, because he started on.
Yeah, I just
wasn't even monitoring that situation. I figured he was on an IR somewhere. I
Me
didn't
too.
even look.
We should take a second to call that out. That was a nice pickup by Phil.
Yes, definitely a nice pickup.
Just in time for
I think
your bye week.
It's crazy to go needing a quarterback because I was just going to, I was Mariota, whoever.
Yeah,
I think
that's nice.
No, it's good. I think that we're talking about the same thing. I think that's what's going to be one of the biggest deciding factors of this game. I'm just going with Phil. I think I'm sorry, Bradley, but I think you're having a really rough year. Maybe it's because you're distracted because you got married. I don't know, but it is tough.
I like Bradley's projections. They're nice. He has a couple of good matchups like Kamara against Arizona. There's some stuff to like, but like you said, Johnny, I'll piggyback off of that. I really just think Brad's having a tough year, and it's like you never know what you're going to get out of Zeke. I don't know. It's just
Cleveland. He's got Cleveland
really
quarterback.
Hard to bet on Brad right now. I'm going.
Well, once again, I don't know. Can I do this? Brissett against Baltimore?
Yeah.
His team isn't that horrible.
Yeah.
But Damian Harris. Well, against Chicago, I think there's gonna be plenty to go around for fucking the Patriots. Pittman had a nice bounce back. I think I just got to go Ringo just to be different again. I have to come back. I'm either going to dig myself in an untenable hole or scratch my way back. So anytime you guys are doing the same thing, I'm going to do different.
Understood. Bill.
I'm going with Brad because I always bust his balls at the draft and he always beats me. And I'm not sure Dak's going to be able to come back full throttle on the first week. And I'm not sure Harris is even going to play. I'm still scanning for the highest available running back.
What do you, nothing on the, oh, you got Naheem.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, that's what I just did. So it's going to be Hines if Harris is going to play, which I don't think he is.
Yeah, because you got Dalvin on a bye.
So
nice run out of Dalvin last week.
Yeah, that'll only be 4.5 less, but that's still, like I said,
that could be a difference.
Unless Dak kills Detroit, I just don't see myself doing that great. Like it's always against Brad.
Good.
I bust Brad's balls every year at the draft, and his team kills me. This time he doesn't have Matthew Stafford though, so it's different.
He has good projections.
Yep.
He does. I definitely could see it. All right. Anything else?
No. Who's next?
Next, we have Charlie and Dwyer, the mini-me battle.
Stoopers.
High Street Stoopers projected at 132.5 against a abysmal projection from Brady Bunch.
He's got other stuff on the bench.
He's got no running backs.
79.7.
You should get Devontae in there, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he'll get 13 points from his running backs projected.
I mean,
this is awful.
Is it safe to say that we all would pick Chark?
Yes.
I love Dwyer.
Even when he replaces all his heroes, you're still ahead by like 30 points.
This is a clean sweep, Chuck.
Yeah.
I don't even think
clean sweep.
Therein lies my demise, but
sorry.
I mean, that's a rough looking acres. Yeah, there's nothing.
Chris, he should have been at our draft.
Because who's he going to put in there? McKissick and Burkhead?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you just bite the bullet on this bye week and
I need it.
Lumps.
Not only do I need to put up big points too. I need a 2. I need a 2-0.
You're playing the right person.
You're getting a 1 for the pick.
But I need 2, so I'm hoping my boys. I love getting Dameon Pierce back. He's been fucking awesome. It's a Justin Jefferson bye week, but I can good week to get that out of the way against Dwyer. So yeah. So Chuck's across the board.
Yes.
That was an easy. Yeah. All right. Last game of the week. Strange Folksters. 134.4 projected against Mispokane Falcos. 127.4. You or me?
I think you. I mean, let's go with you.
Wash last time.
Yeah, let's go with you.
All right, so I'll lead it off this time. I'm gonna lick my wounds from last week's debacle. I'm gonna pick 10.
Okay. I'm going to be opposite. I think we talked about it today, how Kevin's team is on the upswing. And I think, Ted might be on the downswing. I'm going to go with Kevin. I might be screwing myself, even though Swift is back. But I don't know. I think Kevin might be. This is one of the closest games this week, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to have Connor in there. He's going to have
closer projection.
He's going to have Robinson in there probably.
Yeah.
So that'll change the projection probably
to win after that.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? He's got Bateman on the IR that made 10 points last week. What's going on with that?
No, Bateman was out last week, so
okay.
he looks like he's back. So it's projected.
So he's going to have to drop him or
not if he doesn't make any moves. He doesn't. He can just leave him squandering there.
Well, is he still hurt though?
No, but once he's on there, you don't have to pull him off until you
make a move.
Oh, really? I thought the minute they came active, you got to bring him off.
You can't even pick somebody up.
No, you can't pick anyone else up, but he could leave him there the rest of the year.
All right,
but you can't make any moves because the first thing you do is going to say this guy's not on IR.
Yeah, ineligible man in there.
Block.
That's what I did with Pitts last week. I left Pitts in there for one more week. just to see what he did.
Okay.
And keep the extra spot on your
All right, I'm
bench.
good with that. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm good with that. But I'm still saying Kevin. Sorry, Ted.
So Johnny says Kev.
Yeah.
Is that the first pick?
Yeah.
Jimmy, did you pick?
No, Jimmy said Ted.
I went with Ted.
Jimmy went with Ted. Okay.
Jimmy with Ted.
Swift's coming back, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's the deciding factor.
Yeah, he's got Swift on there.
I'm just messing with you, Jim.
Shut up, Jim.
You
I'm waiting for that
again. I got to go with Ted. I think Burrow's going to feast in Atlanta.
I don't think so.
And the new
They wear the red helmets.
the Edward Solaire. It's going. I think this is going to be probably one of the tighter matches of the week. I'm just going to go with Ted.
I'm going with Kevin. I think when he rearranges his team, he's going to have some good looking stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Andrews. Maybe I.
Because like you said, it's going to be he could make his team.
We talked about
J-Rob instead of Connor.
Yeah, I'm going back and changing. I like that.
Cooks instead
I
of
like
Kurt.
Jimmy's on his island by his
I'm
own.
going to leave Jimmy on the island by himself.
You know what? I'm going to go Kev.
What? Are you?
Oh, you just double back. I'm going Kev.
I'm tripling back and going with Teddy. Only Teddy. We all heard that. All right, that's
Poor
it.
Ted.
Getting close. You guys all went Kev. I got Ted.
For the record,
See what
I
It
went.
would be epic if you beat me out on it.
For the record, I went Kev first. Kev, I hope
Yeah.
you're listening. I picked you first, then Phil, then those guys
And then I
changed.
tripled back.
It's just 9 games.
I had to pick last every time, so that's bullshit.
Well,
you
yeah.
didn't guess.
These are gets true. You don't have to wear a dress at the end of the season.
Dress. Well, I thought about we
If I
could
go 0-6,
eat a hot
my
pepper.
percentage might be the
Yeah,
one.
right. That's
We
true.
could do eat a hot pepper and film it.
No.
For the guests?
No, for us instead of a dress.
Oh, Charlie is all about wearing the.
A dress?
Yeah.
Oh God.
What do you care? We don't have to wear.
What?
He's
Not
gotta
yet.
watch
The
it.
season's not over.
Yeah, we're not even having.
I'm not jinxing it. I'm not knocking on
I
some
didn't
wood.
say I would, but he was like.
I think that should be my punishment if I lose and my reward if I win. So that's where I'm at with the dress deal.
Well, that's pretty much it.
Is that all the games?
Yeah,
That's all the games.
Awesome.
Just the
time.
outro.
Nice. Thanks, Phil.
You're
Good
welcome.
shit,
Thank you
man.
for having me. I'll do it again. Just let
Yes.
me know so I can pay attention on Sunday. And
Yeah, sorry for the last minute.
that's
notice.
fine. I'm glad I was able to do it. And my schedule's switching too, so I will be off Wednesdays. So next time I can do it early.
Nice.
So,
There are plenty of games. We will have repeat guests.
right on.
Yes.
Yeah, with the people in town, you're gonna have to, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Enjoyed it.
Hey, well, gentlemen,
Aside from all that unprofessional bullshit at the beginning.
Yeah. Fucking Jimmy.
Sorry.
Well, he was feeling it himself. He
No,
said he was
no.
going to jump out the window.
Well, I knew when I started talking to Borjan instead of you about coming here, I was like, Jim's busy with
Yeah,
something.
so he was
He
in
lost
meltdown
all,
mode.
he lost all the microphone filters.
Meltdown mode.
and everything went to
It's always something.
I was waiting for him to like try and kick me like Brady tried to kick Jarrett.
Well, anyway, thanks again for joining us for another one of these. We will see you guys next week. We'll leave it to Johnny and Chuck and Phil to give their final goodbyes.
Go Giants.
See ya.
But Kanye West.
I'm behind that.
Yeah.